Page to Sage is an outreach program that the Douglas County Libraries has put together so that they can bring good quality theater to children in the Douglas County schools. It goes from kindergarten, usually up to 4th or 5th grade, depending on the production that we've put together.
Page to Sage is a wonderful opportunity for our kids to be able to see a live performance based on a book that many of them have possibly either know about through the library. Their parents may have read it to them, or they may have read it themselves.
Page to Stage really was, it came from kind of two sources. The first idea was this. A couple of years ago we were working on a long-range plan, and our Board of Trustees came up with this idea that they wanted us to be an arts and culture center. Katie Klossner, who came to us from the theater world, she had the idea to take some interesting literature and package that in a way that we could very easily put together a traveling show that could go around to all of the elementary schools in the area and sort of get people jazzed up about some book.
It's valuable from the standpoint of the children getting a love for reading, because their summer reading program is linked to it. And we always do a show that is based off of a book, so it's showing them that book come to life. It's valuable in reference to their love for the library, because they get to see all the fun things that the library does. And then they get to get the whole experience of the theater. And a lot of kids probably don't get a chance to see live theater. And so this way they are able to get right in and see a live performance and see how much fun it is and the excitement that it creates. Time season is usually, it coincides with the summer reading program that the library puts out. Some years we've done it as late as June and July. This past year we worked it a little earlier, and we were in the May-June time frame. We try to get to as many of the Douglas County schools as we can, because the children just really love the performance. It's a free to the schools. In January, the library contacts all of the schools and gives them an opportunity to respond as to when they would like to fit in their time schedule, and they have until March to do that, and then we line all the schools up.
Page to Stage came to South Elementary with The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, which was a wonderful performance, really stuck out in my mind. The talented actors that came brought with them so few props that it really allowed the children to be able to use what they read and apply it to the live theater performance.
I started with them in the second year when they did Alice in Wonderland, and I got to play the Queen of Hearts, and I was a mouse, and various different characters. The next performance I did was with the show called Dinosaurs, Dinosaurs, Dinosaurs. We actually got to use these huge puppets. They actually were body puppets that came out of our bodies and were able to really show the kids how puppetry works. The last show we did was Miss Nelson is Missing, which is what we just did this past year. And I got to play two very contrasting characters, Miss Swamp, who is the mean teacher, and Miss Nelson, the very nice teacher. It's very efficient if we only have 3 to 4 actors going on the tour, because we have to put the set together as we get to each school, break it down with each performance. And so the scripts are written in such a way that we get to play several characters, which is really quite fun.
What we provide back to the school falls into about 3 or 4 things. One of them is this classroom study guide, and the idea is to tie in the theme of what we're providing to statewide curriculum standards, so there's that strong hook to the curriculum. We provide a list of activities that people can do kind of around, again, the story. There are bibliographies, because we want to push them to other books, either the book from which the play is drawn, or connected books. There could be series, could be similar kinds of materials.
Not only does the program instill a love of theater to the kids, but it also gives them a chance to have a love for the library and a love for reading. We talk all about the summer reading program, so the kids actually get a chance to win prizes for reading.
Today, Ms. Nelson is missing, which was brought to you by the Douglas County Libraries in conjunction with Page to Stage Productions. And we are here today because we wanted to tell you all about our summer reading program, which just started on June 1st.
When you are backstage and you can sit and listen to all the laughter that's happening out in the audience, it is just incredible.
Who are we looking for again? Right, Miss Wilson.
After the students see the performance, they often do thank you notes, either as a class or individual, and send them to Page to Stage as well. In addition to that, many of the classrooms at South arrange field trips to the public library where they walk down to the library. It's very cute because some of the younger students think that the characters they saw actually live at the library, so they're very excited to come to the library. Once they're here, they can see all of the different opportunities that are available for them at the library beyond just the theater and performing arts. I think the library and having access to the library is an essential piece to help children be able to understand the world around them and be able to increase their creativity, because the books that they read open up all different avenues for them.
We always ask them if they have their library cards. If they don't, we provide an opportunity for them to get them. And they get to find out about how the library offers these free programs to them, and that they can go to the library and get DVDs and movies and books, and the library becomes all of a sudden a really cool place for them.
The schools and the libraries are on the same side in this campaign for literacy. Education doesn't conclude with the ringing of a bell. Literacy doesn't stop when you walk out the door of a library. These things are very, very connected in our community, and we're trying to team up to work outside of the box. The original idea of this was to say it's all part of the regular library budget. This is a very inexpensive and powerful way to advertise literacy to children. It costs us somewhere between 65–70 cents per kid to put on this show. There are some 8,000 to 10,000 kids and faculty who see these shows. Very difficult for me to imagine a way that you could take something on the road and get it to that many, in front of that many eyes as rapidly. But ours is different in that what we do is we bring in professional actors. Saves us a tremendous amount of time, and then we're delivering something that is professional quality. And the other thing that's fun is that after we do these performances, the kids have a direct chance to talk to the actors about their experiences. What is it like to be an actor? Because we're trying to promote this larger world of literacy, and live theater is a big part of that.
I don't think that we give kids enough credit these days. We have a lot of kids that are very much into reading and very much into imagining worlds other than their own. We probably don't give them enough avenues to explore those, but if we give them a trigger, they will go for it. Kids love doing independent projects, and if it's an independent project based on something that they read in a book, even better. They will love to research it further and develop a creative idea that began in a book.
All of us come into the world alone. And one of the things that literacy is about is learning to make connections. For a lot of kids, you can see when they find that one book that unlocks things, is that now another mind starts to make sense to them. They begin to see how the world works. Same thing is true when you do this kind of live performance. You see the power of human action. And I think that's ultimately literacy is about that, the power of human action.